welcome back to the Citizen channel. You're all staying safe and well. Yeah, throat still sore from yesterday's shouting. Yeah, it's good atmosphere yesterday at the game. Palace were crap as usual. Their fans always are, away from their own ground. But yeah, they don't have a drum or anything like that to sort of accompany them, do they? So yeah, even when we were losing 2-0, I thought the City fans, all right, gallows humour. But I thought we were pretty good actually yesterday, and of course it always helps when you win, doesn't it? But and the sun's out, even better. So this is my story of the game: City 5, Palace 2 on the 12th of April 2025, 12:30 p.m. kickoff, match day 32. Yes, Andy and I both predicted a 3-1, so we did a little bit better than that as far as goal margins are concerned. Some of my little headline quotes: Flippin Pep. I think that was generally because of his team selection, though of course I did say prove me wrong, mate, and he did. Fantastic, brilliant, but I don't think many City fans agreed with that team selection, so I wasn't on my own. Attack of the Unks, yeah, that's another one. And we're Kev All Over, yes we are, Kev All Over, yeah. That's it, Kev was all over the place. Headlines, on the pitch, everywhere. Pep's 11, 3 changes to United match. I got 5 right, guys. Pitiful. Worst probably of the season. 5. I thought 6 was bad, but we're getting worse. But all credit to you if you got anywhere near 11 yesterday with that team. City: Ederson, Luis Diaz, Gvardiol, O'Reilly, Kovacic, Gonzalez, Gundo, De Bruyne, McAtee, Marmoush. Subs: Ortega, Grealish, Doku, Bernardo, Rice, Savinho, Nunes, Kusanov and Bob. Palace: Henderson, the ex-United horror, Richards, Lacroix, Lerma, Mitchell, Kamada, Wharton. I don't think had a particularly good game yesterday. Munoz, Easy, Sarr and McTa. What's the matter, McTa? Story of the game, 6 minutes. Yeah, McAtee pounces on a Kevin De Bruyne ball in behind, but sort of side foots it straight at Henderson, doesn't really work him. Interesting day for McAtee, wasn't it? 8 minutes, it's City 0, Palace 1. They get the ball to the right touchline where Munoz plays a pass to Sarr. His curl delivery just across the face of the City goal is swept home easily by Bereke, easy at the far post. I think Simon Bukowski partly blamed Ederson for that. I don't know how, but there you go. Anyway, my verdict: Ederson no chance. Nothing was particularly done at speed by Palace, just nice passes with this, and yet the City backline as a unit just didn't react quickly enough all across the back four. So I'd blame all the back four rather than as Simon did Ederson, that's for sure. But a poor goal to concede. We looked at not at it, did we? At that point, 13 minutes. Lewis clears to De Bruyne, who plays Omar Marmoush through on goal. He takes the ball away from Chris Richards, who appears to tug his arm, but Marmoush keeps going. Got his shot in, so sometimes that's okay, sometimes it isn't as far as VAR and penalty are concerned. A one-on-one with Dean Henderson. His low shot is blocked by the Palace goalkeeper. KDB sort of follows up, but his effort is deflected for a corner. Verdicts on that one: Marmoush had a lot of goal to aim at, but perhaps the Richards tug may have unbalanced him or his head, because as there was a massive gap to the keeper's left, he should be placing the ball in there. So yeah, an interesting one, but perhaps I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that it was put off a little bit, but he should have been putting that one away. 21 minutes, it's City 0, Palace 2. A long keeper's kicks reminiscent to Ederson led to O'Reilly conceding the corner. Adam Wharton took the nice corner. His in-swinging delivery perfect for Chris Richards to take advantage of what's classed as, say, an Ederson flap under pressure from McTa to head home from close range. My verdict: Ederson has to carry most of the blame. Of course he does. He's just not strong enough. Neither of our keepers are great in their own commanding their own 6-yard box, but he was impeded fairly, being blocked off. So he's got to get some help from his defenders. He got to ask his defenders for some help. They didn't exactly help him out. They were just very weak. The zonal marking didn't work again. They were much stronger. And of course, I think the defence must share some of the blame, although Ederson perhaps could have been stronger. But as I said, he was sort of marked out of it. He had a player on him as the ball came in. His positioning was pretty poor. So he takes most of the blame for me, but I think his defenders need to look at themselves as well for that one. 24 minutes, Kevin De Bruyne smacks on against the post after his effort was blocked. He gets a second bite of the cherry, and Gundo is unable to steer his shot goalward on the follow-up. I think Gundo's trying too hard with these. He had one later on, didn't he? But he's trying a little bit too hard. This had followed a quickly taken free kick cleverly by Gonzalez that was helped on by Marmoush and Gundo in the first place. 25 minutes, some time for some nice footwork in defence by O'Reilly as he twists and turns out of danger in his left back position. I think that was 90% skill, 10% a bit of the Irish probably for that one, but lovely confidence from the lad anyway. 27 minutes, a Dietrich Kamada. Pullback is perfect, but Sarr shoots over from about 7 yards, so a little bit of a let-off for us there. But then again, 28 minutes, we thought it was all over, didn't we? Easy kills, a low shot past Ederson from about 15 yards. He received the ball from Sarr, but semi-automated offside, I think I've got another word for that, semi-automated offside technology rode to the rescue by a leg and a chunky thigh, I think, on that one. Verdict, there's certainly no luck of the Irish for this one, for O'Reilly, because he lost it inside the Palace half. Diaz appeared to play for the offside. He had a quick glance around to check where the striker was, but I think he knew it was a little bit tight, and let's face it, it had been 3-0, surely there was no coming back from that. Although, who knows, if we got 1 or 2 goals in that first half, I think Palace packed up, didn't they? But 3-0, you'd be believing to think how many is it going to be, but anyway, we got away with that one. 32 minutes. City threw a Tash Kamada foul on Gonzalez. We win a free kick just a few yards outside the Palace penalty area, and on 33 minutes, a minute later, it's 2-1. Yes, Dean Henderson wrong-footed. De Bruyne kills the ball just past the Palace wall and through the City players, I think, that was stood in front of it in delight, and he's there with delight as it goes in off the post. My verdict's on that one, very clever by Kev. His body language, his body movement approaching the free kick gave the ex-United rag doubts as he moved. He sort of started to lack conviction. His wall's supposed to protect his left-hand pulse. He wasn't overly sure, so he sort of Kevin's movement sort of gave him a little bit of doubt. So he moved slightly to his left, thinking Kev was going to try and dink it over the wall. And really, of course, Kev whips it to the post, and Hendo should have really had that covered easily. But he got, I think he got. All credit to Kevin. I think he psyched him out on that one, but the keeper has to take some blame. You set your wall up, mate. You stay on that right-hand side and go with it. If he scores over the wall, it's not your fault. But hey, we're happy with that, aren't we? But yeah, I think Endo should learn, or has to learn, but goalkeepers do that all the time, so perhaps they don't. Game on, of course. 35 minutes, James McAtee leaps, but can't get enough of his head on this ball to steer an Omar Marmoush cross from the left on target. It follows some strong play to win the ball earlier by Kevin De Bruyne, a bit like the old Kevin De Bruyne. My verdict's on that, I think McAtee was slightly under it, but he should have really hit the target with that one. He didn't, it sort of fluffed his head a little bit, mistimed it, but as I say, I think he was slightly under it, but I think he should have worked the keeper at least. 36 minutes though, it's 2-2. Omar Marmoush smashes the ball home through a thicket of legs. I think it took a slight deflection from 8 yards after Ilkay had completely miskicked a Kevin De Bruyne header across the face of goal from the James and McAtee cross. I said Gundo was trying far too hard at the moment. Yeah, my verdict's on this one. Nice ball to the edge of the box, and McAtee from Kovacic. Backer does well, and Kevin, a nice header back. He couldn't aim for goal with that because he was backpedaling under pressure. And of course, I think Gundo's walking frame must have got, I'm only kidding, Gundo, must have got a bit in the way as he fluffed it. Thankfully, it fell to our Egyptian king, who smashed it, through a slight deflection. I think it was probably going in anyway. And Palace sort of looked beaten at that stage. It's only 2-2. They've got a chance, and they were sort of, I think, just hoping half-time would come while it was still 2-2, and it did, but not before a couple of things. Gonzalez got booked in the 40th minute. In the 45th minute +1, Kevin De Bruyne ran onto a pass from McAtee and takes a touch past 2 defenders beautifully, then blasts the ball high over the bar from 10 yards. My verdict's on that one, well, you've got to make the keeper work, Kevin. He went for power, and that was fair enough, but he held his head in his hands, so he knows he should have probably done better with that. Half-time, 2-2. My little thoughts. Palace were almost 3-0 up and away, but a KDB free kick and another within 3 minutes appeared to shatter the Glaziers. See what I did there? Yeah, Malcolm Allison got rid of that nickname, didn't he, for the Eagles? There you go. The manager will need to pick them up as City finished the half on top. Yeah, he had a bit of work to do there, manager, at half-time. Pep just said, hey lads, more of the same. On to the second 47 minutes, we lead, it's 3-2. Gundo, a nice through ball to Nico O'Reilly, who pulls the ball back to De Bruyne from the byline. He's unable to take a pop, though, and lays the ball nicely off to Kovacic, who casually places a low shot into the bottom corner from the edge of the area. My verdict, some good play leading up to this. Bit like the old City, but dare I say it, a little bit more deliberate in the play, a little bit slower than peak City, but still a great team goal and a lovely calm finish. 51 minutes, Marmoush squares the ball across the penalty area for McTa, who, blasts high over the bar again. His moment will come eventually. 56 minutes, it's 4-2. Ederson spots, here's his moment, and James McTa pounces on it just outside the Palace penalty area. He sort of doesn't quite control it first time, but the second time he's able to take the ball round the onrushing Henderson with a nice little touch, and then slots it into the empty net. Semi-bollocks offsides, and he's only on by a toe. So I'm going to call it the semi-bollocks offside thing now, and he's onside by a toe, so that's okay. My verdict, fine margins with this one. Great awareness from Edders, of course, and timing from Jimmy with his run. Finally, a cool head from Jimmy this time after a little bit some misses early on. He led Henderson round on a leash for that one, and even celebrated with a great little flip. That would have put my back out for weeks. 4th assist. Then again, I'm 66. I'm a little bit older than Jimmy. And the 4th assist, of course, for some Brazilian who's only cost 30 million. Palace fell asleep for that one, though, at the back, at a sort of back line that was very high all game. So it's nice when we catch teams out like that, isn't it? But really, I mean, have they never watched Ederson taking a kick from outside his box before? Poor from Palace, but a great finish by Jimmy. 59 minutes, Henderson saves well from Marmoush, who'd latched onto a brilliant low cross from KDB, who received in himself a great pass from Kovacic. Marmoush blasted the ball at the keeper from close range. Gundo's follow-up is then blocked by a defender, and then O'Reilly shoots over the bar. We really deserved a goal there. It was just pinball stuff. 67 minutes, James McAtee's booked for a late lunge on Lerma. 70 minutes, groin trouble for Ederson. I hope it's not too serious for too long. Who limps from the pitch and is replaced by City's number 2, Ortega. 79 minutes, it's 5-2. Nico O'Reilly side-foots home with a volley from just inside the penalty area, connecting with a McAtee cross that was dinked in. It was nudged his way off the head of Chris Richards. His effort took a slight deflection, or a good deflection, off Nathaniel Klein on its way past the ex-United keeper. Verdict, again, some nice patient City build-up for this one around the box. Fortunate for it to fall to O'Reilly, of course, whose calm effort was not going in without deflection. But get men in the box and these things happen and you score goals, and that's has been part of City's problems, getting enough men in the box over time. 82 minutes, City bring on Oscar, Bob, and Savi. All the way over half right, Savio. Yeah, we do have a song for him, but we can always sing it at Christmas. Omar Marmoush and James McAtee go off. 88 minutes, Jack Grealish and Doku on for Kevin De Bruyne and Kovacic. We get 7 minutes injury time, which seems a bit excessive, you're winning 5-2. Hey, but it's just enough time for Palace to perhaps get an additional goal to make it a bit kinder on the scoreline. A Deveni cross appears to be handled, or they claim it's handled at the far post by Rico Lewis, who, a bit like his namesake, Sideshow Bob, was trying to entertain the kids, I think. He seemed to control the ball with a combination of face, eyebrows, shoulder, chest, hair, you name it. Anyway, Palace appealed for a penalty. I think it might have hit the top of his arm, but I don't think there was a penalty in that one. But I'm not too sure what Rico was thinking of, as I say, just trying to entertain the crowd that was still left in the ground, I think. So I sum up a tale of two cities, that one, and tale of two Palaces, probably. Yeah, shocking defensively, us. They looked great up front, and then were shocking defensively. And we looked out of it. That third had been given, and it was only a matter of inches that it wasn't, or millimetres even. And then, of course, KDB turned back the clock. I'm not too sure if he bent down and tied his shoelace this time, but he cajoled and inspired all around him, and Palace had no answer to that, and we will miss that, won't we? If Kev's going, and they've announced it, I hope they've got a replacement. Yeah, that's all I can say. The start, City shots 21-9 on target, Palace 7-3 on target. We had 69% of possession, 726 passes to their 327. Our pass accuracy was 90%, which is okay. 80% for Palace. Fouls 10 from us, 16 by them. 2 yellows for us, 3 for them. 1 offside for us, 4 for them, and just 1 corner for us. Yeah, I thought we had more than that. I thought, anyway, I can only go off what the stats say. Might be wrong. 4 for them. Man of the match, well, we'll talk about that in a minute. An interesting stat. This is the 63rd time in Premier League history City have scored 5 or more. 39 of those have been under Pep. I think the next best is 558, but I'm not sure who that is. It could be Liverpool. I don't know. He never told me. The table as a Saturday night, we sit 4th, 1 point ahead of Villa, who played the same games. But Chelsea are 2 points behind. They've got an easy win today, I think. And they've got a game in hand, so that could take them over us today, so we'll be 5th. And Newcastle 2 points behind with 2 games in hand, and they have another easy game today against that lot down the road. So that will end up in 6th, I think, by the end of Sunday night. So still work to do with a tough game coming up next weekend. Some headlines, they are generally, we're Kev all over, I think. Express back page, Andy Dunn, Kev is still the king of Etihad. Inside, David McDonald, De Bruyne leads City revival. The Mirror's back page, Andy Dunn, Pep de brilliant. Inside, Andy Dunn, here's what City will miss, a De Bruyne masterclass. Daily Star on Sunday, back page, Andy Dunn, still king of the castle. Again, Pep hails best Kev. Inside, Jeremy Cross, 5-star Kevin, vintage De Bruyne rolls back the years. It's a song there, isn't there? Inside, David McDonald, the Broy's done good. Kevin is king for a day after inspiring City to victory. The Mail inside, Jack Gorn, inspirational De Bruyne brings the good times back for City. Let them roll, eh? Our local paper, the Manchester Evening News, the back page, King Kev rules Palace. There you go. Simon B says KDB calms the storm with claims everything. Calms the storm with vintage display in fight back. Inside, Simon Pekowski says Pep's pride at how side-handed slump, yes, or handled the slump as well. Never mind, I'll alter that because I've got it wrong for my script. If you want a copy, handled the slump. And Guardiola pleased the Blues kept their cool, aren't we all? Although we'd all given up after 30 minutes. Man of the match as well, pretty much a full house all round for a City legend, of course. City gave it KDB, I gave it KDB, Simon Pekowski, the Manchester Evening News, gave it Kevin with an 8 score. David McDonald for the Mirror and the Star give it Kevin with an 8 score. Jack Gorn, he was even kinder. He's for the Mail, of course, he give it 8.5 for our Kev. There you go. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. Little story of the game. Let us know your thoughts, your comments. And of course, check out my players rating show as well, which is a bit more in-depth on each player with some stats on them as well. So check that out, guys, if you get the opportunity. And yes, this week coming up on Wednesday, I think it'll be Wednesday, a preview for the visit to Everton, a tough one. Got to try and win there, haven't we? But Everton are doing okay at the moment, so have joined me for a little preview of that as well, guys. Thank you for watching. If you like what I try and do and you want to help support me going forward, help the channel, help me improve things and help me make good use of my time. If you can help me and support me, or have any sort of things you can say, Bernard, why don't you do this on City, stuff like that. I don't do live shows as such, so I don't earn money through that sort of way, but there are ways you can help me out. So if you want to do that, guys, wonderful. Just stay watching and listening. I hope you enjoyed the feature, and if you can support me through the subscription, if you can subscribe, guys, that'd be wonderful if you've not already done so. We do actually have memberships at the moment, just 99p a month, so you get access to all my City stuff, including all the history vlogs, dozens and dozens not been published yet that you get immediate access to, and every time I do a edit and do a vlog, you get immediate access to it as well. So you can have a copy of scripts as well if you want any hard copy of the sort of things I do on matches and teams and managers and players, etc. So if you can join the membership, that'd be wonderful. We do fine. And if you want to support the channel just by watching the ads, that helps. Watch the ads, let them play through while you just have to check your phone or something, let it play out. And of course, if you follow any of the links, that always works as well. You follow a link to one of the ads and you fancy something. I've done it myself. I've followed a link and actually purchased something from another organisation. But it can happen. It can happen. Not all ads are stuff you're not interested in. And of course, if you can give us a like, guys, that would be absolutely fantastic. All the likes are much appreciated. Anyway, thanks for watching. Until the next time, of course, I only ever ask one thing, don't I? Please, I ask you all to stay safe, especially you Blues. Until the next time, come on, City. Bye for now.